Okay.
Okay.
We're back. Sorry, had a little cut there for editing reasons.
Because it automatically stops when it gets to the end.
Anyway, so in case you're wondering what we're actually referring to there with Card and Draguza and Arcglad, etc., we actually have a Let's Play. Our first Let's Play was Arcglad Twilight of the Spirits. You can find it on his channel, etc. It won't be too hard to find, but, well, just gonna point out, it is gonna take, it might take some patience. Like I said, it was our first one that we'd ever done.
You know what I was thinking we could do is my friend Crystal Fisher, he did a walkthrough of Wrath of Cortex back in 2011.
See, there's Gnasty Nork himself, and yeah, he'll try and blast you.
He did a walkthrough of Wrath of Cortex back in 2011, and then he did another one in 2014 this year as a retrospective. I was thinking we could do that with Arcglad.
Maybe. I think we would want to go a little heavier on the editing with that one.
Yeah, I want to do battles or something.
That was a narrow dodge there.
But yeah, as I was saying, level 70 card, taking only like 8, 10 damage.
Yeah.
119 health. I figured I didn't need to heal until I got to like 20 health.
I'm being pretty thorough here. I'm not too concerned about catching the thief right away here.
But then in Draguza, the third Draguza fight, if you're like level 25, he can do like upward to like 70 damage on you. So if you're at low health,
got it. So just go back to where we came.
And he does he can do like 70 damage, and if you're at low health, then.
Unfortunately, this key does not unlock the way to Gnasty himself. Yeah, it opens the way to the key to unlock the way to Gnasty.
Then there you should get.
But yeah, like this is basically the first half of the level here, is chasing down the thief guys. Trying to get a hold of the keys so you can actually go fight Gnasty.
I did that in Dragon Quest a few times actually, even when I was at greater risk. But that was when I had a full party, so I
normally avoided getting blasted there. And I've always wondered, because I've never actually gotten hit by the darn thing before, but I wonder if those blasts would actually crystallize Spyro. Probably not, because the developers probably wouldn't want to include instant death here. But, you know, it would have been a cool touch, if potentially very frustrating. Off we go to fight Gnasty. Continues mocking us relentlessly as we chase after him. And once again, I'm just going to collect her here mainly. This is absurdly large rear end that will get toasted soon enough. I'm not too worried.
So I remember during our Let's Play, I questioned that you said, quote unquote, I don't get after you for letting your people get in low health, or low stance or low health. I get after you for making stupid decisions.
Yeah.
Those were the days. Yeah, if you watch that play, you'll notice that we kind of butted heads a lot of times.
Yeah. Considerably more vitriol. Mellowed out a bit after that.
I'm not sure what.
Yeah, Gnasty just takes off. It's kind of a coward.
I wonder if it was just our age.
Maybe.
Since then.
Maybe. Unfortunately, gliding after him doesn't provide that much of a speed boost.
I'm sure if you notice that we haven't really butted heads in a long time since.
Not nearly as much. I tend to point my rage towards poor design decisions than poor player decisions, anyway. At least now I do. In general. Ow! So yeah, he will smack you. And unfortunately, I completely screwed that up there. I can usually never get him on the first try. He's a real pain in the rear. You gotta be careful going around that corner at full speed, because otherwise you might,
I just stick to the inside.
Yeah. Here's your chance to get him. At which point you flame him. That was not a headbutt, that was actually flaming. Headbutts don't work on him because he's huge.
No, actually, I was thinking if we do a crash as my project, maybe we could start with 2070, as that kind of changed everything though, because it was free roaming.
Yeah, do that as a comparison to Retro Crash stuff. Okay, here's where it gets narrow. So gotta get those platforms to disappear, and down he goes!
You're toast, boy.
And like Enter the
And
Dragon,
Spyro, of course, mocks his pain.
like Enter the Dragonfly, it was kind of rushed and had some glitches, and some levels were taken
Sorry
out,
it took so long.
but it was still not as
Kinda forgot
bad.
about you.
One level
What
was
about
taken out just because,
Gnasty
not because
Gnor?
of the time constraints, but because it was
Gnasty Gnor?
completely bugged.
He's
Yeah.
toast.
So
you know, we got a
now
little
there's
interview
order
here with
again in the
Spyro.
Dragon Kingdom?
Well, most.
And then one of the islands
I
was
still got
supposed to
some
be,
training to pick up.
What will you do next?
Playing kickball with
I'd
the
say
sheep.
the sky's the
was
limit.
supposed to be visitable, but they had issues with whatever collision detection is,
Oh, yeah.
and he kept falling through the...
Yeah. So here we go, our first round of credits.
Oh, Jared, that's my friend's name, I haven't seen since June.
Yeah. The credits theme is pretty nice, and we see, you know, all of the people who worked on this.
If you're out there, Gragner, please come back.
And we get all of these really creative people. You know, video games are definitely an industry now more than ever, and it's hard to create a really good product, a really good game, because you are making a product when you make a game. Let's be honest here. But at the same time,
Mark
video
Cerny,
games,
he's very famous.
yeah, at the same time, video games can definitely be a work of art, and there's numerous games I would hold up as art. Shadow of the Colossus, for example. You know, there's games you can actually like get into a deep literary analysis of, like one of the Amnesia games, A Machine for Pigs. Like I could spend.
Stuart Copeland.
Yes, Stuart Copeland. I could actually spend like a good solid hour or two talking about the literary ness
Clancy Brown.
of Amnesia, A Machine for Pigs,
And since we're on
and
the
stuff
voices,
like Spec Ops: The Line, things like that. But that's something for another time.
Clancy Brown voices Cortex.
Yep.
And then, since we were just talking about it, Carlos Alaraski, the voice is Dark.
Yeah, he's among other things. Like most people actually will probably know Carlos Alrazzi as
Alaraski.
Anyway, they would probably know him better as Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life.
Yeah, which my friend used to be killed for, not seen it.
I was a Toon Disney kid growing up, not Nicktoons.
Yeah, we went over this. And then he mentioned to me how saying I kill him is flawed. Because then he wouldn't be able to see it.
Exactly. So yeah, here we go. We return to Gnasty's world, where our last dragon awaits, before giving us 100% completion.
I wonder how percentage is calculated. Like sometimes you'll get it in case of
Nasty's
2 and
ancient
always
history
one.
now. So, what's in there?
There's decimal
I
points
believe this
involved,
is
that's all I can
Nasty's
say.
treasure hoard. But the gate will
they
not open
ignored him
until
and
you
ran.
have found everything in the
Well,
Dragon
actually, in
Kingdom.
Arctalad, they don't.
Come back
they
when you
keep
have
it up
reached
in the same,
100%.
Like Cure heals 25% of your max health. And if the numbers like say 27
So,
point,
there we go. 100% completion.
and then,
Yeah, victory dance. But that's not the end of this game.
like if the number is 25.7, that would mean you'd round up to 28, correct?
25.7 right up to 26.
Or 26, yeah. But the game,
Get some health before we jump into Gnasty's loot.
but the game will just do 25 and not bother rounding because
So it'll only round down. I see.
yeah, it stays the same because I guess it require more coding to make it round up properly.
I guess, yeah. But yeah, so here we go, Gnasty's loot, and it looks like we're stuck up until we're not.
So if you did like 25.9, you did like something.
Yeah, so this level, you actually can fly indefinitely, and just the height you can go depends on how far you've gotten into the level. Basically, reach a certain point of the level and you can fly higher. usually by taking off way higher point, and at that point you just fly up to that nice height. So there's a door there that is clearly locked, therefore we must find a key. Guess who's got a key? Unfortunately, flying to chase the bat is not particularly effective. So you gotta fall back on the usual method of charging. These guys are such a pain. Got it. But I apparently missed the key. That's okay though. The gems first, key later. Gotta be in the money. Hey, this one of the games is one of the major objectives. Yeah, trying to see if there's anything in here, but we'll be seeing more of these
guys
later.
Because gems you get clear all the boxes and trash.
Yep. And in other games, gems are what you sock it into your gears and make it better.
And Crash and Spyro, actually, their developers work beside each other, so if they were friends.
Yeah, sort of a friendly rivalry thing going there, which is pretty awesome, actually. Makes me really happy.
That's why you see demos of Spyro and Crash, demos of Crash and Spyro.
Yep. Wasn't it like Spyro 2 that released with a CTR demo? Something like that. So yeah, the treasure. I mean, this is basically what the level is. It's a fast.
Crash, they've had a demo of this one.
Maybe. Might have been Spyro 2. I want to say it was Spyro 2. There's something in me that says hockey.
I think Crash Team Racing had a demo of Spyro 2.
Maybe.
So did you want to do? You said you wanted to do the professional games on Azure projects for Crash.
Right, because those are slightly more nostalgic than PS2.
So that would be Bandicoot, Pokemon Strikes Back, or Crash Team Racing.
Yeah, I'm thinking we could actually do Crash Team Racing as something different though, because there's really no story. I never actually finished it anyway. Yeah, I'm not really in the mood to do the kart racer, at least not right now.
Am I crazy or did I just hear you right?
Nah, I don't particularly want to do the racer. Not at the moment. There's numerous other games I would rather do before I do sequels. Like, I kind of want to cover my bases.
But Bandicoot Strikes Back is so
Yeah, like, those are on the list, but I'm not going to do those right after Crash. I still want to do, like, Spyro 2 and Spyro 3.
So you want to go Spyro 1, Crash 1, Spyro 2, Crash 2?
No. I've got other games I want to do after Crash Bandicoot. Okay, so we released the thief there, who was apparently just hovering behind the door. I don't know how.
Do you want to do Bash?
Nope. Nope, I'm actually going to say here, because that's something that is something that I only want to reveal when I actually start playing the game. Or maybe at the end of Crash, Let's Play. Why would it be negative? No, I just want to keep it secret. I don't want to spoil stuff. So we get the key there. Now we can land and send that rocket screaming off to available treasure for ourselves.
I was curious. 270 is done by Spyro now.
And off of Pelican. Actually, I think it's the most creative in the series. It's really quite fun.
And so was Tag Team Racing.
Yeah. Tag Team Racing.
And the one I like about it is that it's very racing.
Yep.
Like you've got the regular race check, and then you got.
We can save that for when we play that particular game. We're playing Spyro right now, so we should probably be talking about Spyro.
I don't know. We talked about sex and PS2.
Well, yes. But if we've got a game that we can just talk about, we should probably just talk about that game when we play it. See, I think we have officially reached the highest points.
Alright, because sex is in the game. Depends
on who you ask. Anyway.
We won't get too much into that, but I guess just general simplicity.
Like, well, okay. My policy is, if there's a game we have that we can play, we shouldn't really talk too much about it in another Let's Play. Or else we should talk about it in the actual game.
Or else something like sex isn't typically a game.
It's not a video game.
Right, yeah.
So yeah, I tried to be smart here and fly around and intercept him, but unfortunately it doesn't quite work. Because the game doesn't like it when you cheat.
My friend learned the hard way.
Yeah, he just warps back and takes off in the opposite direction. The nice thing is, you don't actually have to chase him exactly, so you can pretty much almost constantly be gaining.
I guess your policy
just a little bit at a time.
I guess your policy is different from his previous games, like we were talking about Arcalad.
Well, yeah, because we've already played that, and we have a Let's Play of that to do. Landing on the pipe there, completely unexpected. Thought I would just run into it and start falling. But yeah, we've already played that, and we can talk about it on and off. But like we've already focused. I want to save as much as I can for future games, so that we have more to talk about when we play. I mean, I'll cite other games for comparisons. But oh, and see, he stops going up and then around once you're too close. Cheating rat. Probably just by falling, but since you can fly, it would probably take a lot of work to actually die. And off goes the rocket. I like how the rockets basically lead you on a trail of treasure. I think that's actually the rockets are one of the cleverest ways to do the whole puzzle to get to treasure thing. They're just alright, so off we go. There's our exit. But, just checking around, making sure I didn't miss anything before I hit it. We still actually have not finished off all the treasure. Oh, right, it actually is not quite the highest one. Can't quite get up there yet. We've got to come back here and open this up.
Most valued treasure.
Well, we're still gems short, actually.
I mean, that most Gnasty's most valued treasure right now.
A single yellow gem. That's an awful lot of effort to protect a single yellow gem. Really, all of the real loot is here. Man, talk about an ego, right? Stashing all the rest of your treasure in here with a portrait of yourself. Again, oh, that's so satisfying. Just a fountain of the most valuable gems in the world. Give me all that sweet, sweet money.
These are generally very rare.
So it feels all the more satisfying. Unfortunately, you can't light the portrait on fire. I wish you could. It would have been a nice little touch to cap off the game. You've beaten Gnasty, you've stolen all the treasure that he stole, killed all his minions, and now you've lit his portrait on fire. Just a little bit of last insult. But yeah, there it is. 120% completion, and that's game. You leave the level, you get your final cutscene. It is a wonderful little game.
Spyro the Dragon, you've defeated Gnasty Gnorc, collected the dragon egg, saved all the dragons, and recovered every bit of treasure in the Dragon Kingdom. How do you
That's
feel?
probably pretty
I feel
obvious.
fired
There's
up,
some
Bob,
challenging bits, but
and
it's
I'm
not
happy
like
for
the
the
hardest
Dragon
bit
World,
of
of
the
course.
game. It's not the
I
hardest game on
certainly
the
wouldn't want
planet.
to spend the rest of my Dragon days butting heads with Gnasty Gnorc and his weird
And I'm
minions.
certain people will
What's
see
a
that
minion?
lack of difficulty as a
Never
flaw
mind.
in some ways.
You know what
I
they
suppose it
say.
could be seen as one.
every
like it
good
just
battle,
because it's
you
simple
need a
and
good
easy, and
adversary. And I felt that Gnasty, in spite of
Sweet
his
hookshot with the
misguided
sheep
nature,
there.
was a worthy opponent.
Oh, here we go again.
Here we go again.
Yeah, thanks, Spyro. I stole your line. How does that make you feel? But yeah, here we go. The credits once more. I think it's the same credits. They just put it with the
Same credits, different level.
different levels in the background. So yeah, when we did this live, I basically went off on a long spiel thanking every single one of these people for this game. This was a large part of my childhood and part of a series that was a very, very significant portion of my childhood. It's one of those games that kind of that sticks with you, you know? It set a standard for me in a lot of ways. I like games where you can explore a level and collect stuff and you don't have to... What am I trying to say here? I really like games that have that exploration factor, where you find all of the secrets that developers put in for you. They give you little challenges like, bet you can't figure out how to open this door. And they make it fair, so that, yeah, you can figure it out if you try hard enough. Work at it hard enough. And you do, and it's super rewarding. And that's I think, one of the best parts about this game is that it is really rewarding to play, you know? It's simple, it's fun, the music is great. I love listening to the voices.
I'm not sure what the last Spyro game was, but I guess there hasn't been a new Crash game since 2010.
Yeah, I suppose the newest Spyro game technically is the Skylanders series.
I don't like it.
I don't know. I want to take a look at it, but I don't know if it'll feel like Spyro. Like, to me, this is the quintessential, like, collectathon platform, or one of the quintessential ones. You have the levels to explore, each one has a theme, each one has a set amount of stuff to collect. You have to collect it, it tests your abilities.
You know,
I think that's actually one of my favorite things about video games, one of my favorite things to do in a game is have this fantastic sense of movement, you know?
I just realized that Spyro did the same thing as Crash. Crash Twin Sanity was a free roam until his hero's tale.
Well, kinda, yeah.
And we're getting to the end here, so you probably stop talking so we don't get cut off.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's it for Spyro. We'll see you all in the next Let's Play. Thanks for sticking with us.
I don't know what it was doing here. Later!